Up next, we got a black substitute teacher saying that the most destructive kids, in her experience, are black kids.
Now, I'm a substitute teacher, so I go around to a whole bunch of different schools. I go around to all grade levels, pre-K through high school. And so initially I thought, well, the Spanish-speaking students don't speak English, so that's why they're so quiet. No, all the way up to high school. The Hispanic students, now, even if they are off task in class, they are quietly off task. If they playing some games on their computers, they're doing that quietly. If they on their phone, they're not supposed to be quietly. If they got their headphones on, they're not supposed to have their headphones on. If they got their head down, they sleeping in class, quiet. But then when it comes to the black students, when I say they are so disruptive, and they can't just be disruptive by themselves. They have to involve other students who are actually doing their work, trying to learn, trying to get good grades. The black students want to be the class clown. They want to talk back to the teacher, arguing with the teacher. The teacher say, take the headphones off, put the cell phone away, do this, pull your pants up, do that. They always got something to say, like always. And it's a lot of it is the boys, like, what are you doing? You arguing, going back and forth in front of the whole class with the teacher? These are supposed to be the men of the next generation. I mean, I know they're not men now, they're in high school, but you get what I'm saying. You know the rules for the whole entire school is every time you walk into a classroom, you're supposed to give the teacher your phone. You don't give the teacher your phone. The teacher catch you with the... Now, if you're not going to give the teacher your phone, it's your responsibility to make sure that the teacher don't see you with the phone. Okay, cool. The teacher done caught you with the phone. Now she said, give me the phone. Why are you arguing with the teacher back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth about a phone that you're not even supposed to have? Then the teacher playing videos, so you could do some sort of assignment that has questions, related to the video. It's not enough that you just don't want to watch the video yourself.
I gotta stop her. This is a black woman, right? Obviously. And the logic of her is that it's your responsibility to make sure that the teacher doesn't see you with your phone. That's her perspective, right? This is who's raising the youth. The same mindset that she shares right now in this video is the same mindset that she's complaining about that's instilled into these young boys. Fascinating.
You have decided that you're not going to do the work. You got to be talking across the room, talking loud, talking to this person, that person, laughing, getting up, play fighting. But it's all the black kids. Like, it's all the black kids. And it's really honestly so sad because when their coaches come to the teachers and say, okay, bump up his grade so he can play in this game. And these are conversations that I've had with teachers. So I know that that's what happens. The football coach, the basketball coach, whatever sport, they'll come to the teacher and say, give him a better grade so that he can play this sport. When these boys are skipping class, the coaches let them come to the gym and work out and do this and do that. And what's so sad is these students actually think that the coaches of these sports teams that are letting them skip class and allowing them to fail these classes and not actively learn what's being taught in school, but trying to bully the teachers into passing them, they think that the coach has their best interests at heart. They can't stand the teacher. You'll go back and forth with her every day. But this coach who could care less if you know anything, if you are actively learning things, you are a child, you're 15, 16, 17, and this coach knows that this is probably the last time that you're going to get any education, let alone free education. This coach, as an adult, knows that if you don't pick this stuff up now in high school, if you don't learn this stuff, you'll never know it. Coach.
Women put a lot of stock in education. It's good to be educated, but it's not a make or break for someone, especially a young man. Secondly, those coaches are probably the only masculine male influence that these kids are desperately in need of has. And from a man's perspective, education is, a lot of these kids can pick up a trade and be just fine. What they need more at that moment is probably life skills and ways to regulate themselves and structure themselves so that they can compete in the world as young men versus just getting what she perceives as a good education. I mean, education is important. I'm not going to say it isn't, but it ain't as important as she think it is.
I don't care if you graduate and work at Amazon for the rest of your life, UPS, McDonald's, Burger King. All this coach care about is the record for the sports team for this year.
No.
So that's who you respect. Our kids so lost, man. Our kids are so lost. And it's literally like a cycle. Like, honestly, I blame everybody.
I don't expect her to really understand the value that men bring to another young man. I don't expect her to understand it because she's a woman. But there are certain life skills that has been missing in that single mama home that young men don't have.
It's enough trying to just blame the parents, trying to just blame the teachers, trying to just blame this person. It's everybody. I'm blaming everybody. Because where are the adults, okay, the adults that are not the teachers, that are not the coaches, that are not the parents, the adults that are interacting with these kids.
It's not their responsibility.
In everyday life. Why are you not telling them, look, I wish I could go back to high school. You better get it now.
Telling them is not going to do anything. That's not going to change their mind. You would have to enforce it, and they're strictly prohibited from enforcing it. You think that they're not telling them? The blame is on the parents, 100%. That's where it is. That's where it starts. That's where it ends. Everybody else is not responsible for these children.
Because when you graduate, you are going to have to do a job with hard labor for the rest of your life if you don't get this stuff.
So
if
what?
You don't go to somebody's college, the chances of you having a job that don't require you to do hard labor every day, where are the adults to tell these kids?
Men don't care about that. You as a woman, you're afraid to do hard labor. Men, they might get bored in the office. What are you talking about?
You're not going to make it in the NFL. You're not going to be in the NBA. You're not going to be a rapper. It's not going to happen.
Sure.
Now, by all means, if you got this exquisite talent that's out of this world, then go for what you know. You know what I mean? But most people don't have out of this world talent. They have talent. Everybody got talent. You one in a million. When you're in high school, the most that a football team can do for you, the most that any sport, period, can do for you in high school is get you to college. If you can get a scholarship,
You're looking at it wrong. The value comes in the camaraderie, comes in the discipline, the earning. It comes in the teamwork. The value comes in them having to work real hard to get that spot. That's what matters to men. You're not gonna understand it because you're a woman. You think that education is the end all be all when you don't look over your shoulder and see how y'all all drowning in debt.
Ride that thing out, you can literally graduate. But that's as far as you should be taking it. Like, you should not be thinking that you about to go to the NFL, NBA.
That's not what they're thinking.
Just please, stop it. But y'all gonna see. When them knees give out and them ACLs tear or whatever the case, them shoulders and them elbows and them backs ain't, working like they used to when you was in high school, you gonna be like, dang, my coach used to pull me out of science class every day.
This is an example of the significant danger of single mother-led homes because she doesn't even understand the male experience. Her perspective is thinking about college and a cushy job that doesn't require labor. Men aren't afraid of labor. Men and women are built differently, so the perspective that she has, even though she's trying to be helpful, it's the same perspective that all of these bouye wannabe graduate ass women have, and they go and get in these mountains of debt with these bullshit ass jobs and can't live to feed themselves. So it's like, what are you talking about? You would have to understand the male experience and actually take time and ask and be inquisitive to see what value they get out of being on a team. It's more than just trying to go to the league. It's teamwork. It's the value of what it means to be a man, to earn something. That's what they get.
Everybody shut the fuck up. Hey, shut the fuck up. Let me tell you something right now.
If you made it this far, check out the video we just did where over 300 criminals were arrested, 100 guns taken, and a murder was solved in Memphis since the National Guard was deployed. Check it out.